Hello everyone, my name is Anton Hasenkampf and I want to hold today a talk to the topic of the integration of a QCL into a cyber setup. I come from the University of Heidelberg and the Communication Institute. If you want to visit us, here is a picture of our lovely city. First, here you see a traditional FDR spectroscopy setup. It consists of 3 parts. I have here an infrared source, then the FDR spectrometer. It's a Michelson interferometer which you use in order to gain the spectral information for your measurements. And in the end you have here the microscope where you put your sample inside and then measure it. Here you see pictures of the traditional or light sources for the FDR. First, here you see the glober. It's a glowing stick like in a light bulb. It consists here, in this case, of silicon carbide, which is heated with electric power to 1500 Celsius degree and imitates when in the infrared. The infrared is collected and used for spectroscopy. Another source which is used normally is the synchrotron. Here you see the picture of Soleil. Our group has measured it a few times already where it's near Paris in France. As you can see, it's a gigantic machine. It's a synchrotron. It's working with electrons and it has the size of this hotter, I think. And the third source, which is common in the last 5 years, is the QCL. If you focus, QCL, like quantum cascade laser. It has the size of a small shoebox. It's pretty small and fits on every optic table. First, a few words to the interior of the QCL. I don't know how many of you remember how laser works, so I will say it to you. First, you have a gain medium, and you need a cavity. In this case, you have your output lens, a grating lens, and when the laser here comes out. In the case of the quantum cascade laser, you use normally the Littrow configuration, and the special part of this configuration is this grating. The grating has the advantage it can be tilted, and by tilting the grating you can tune the frequency of your laser. And by tuning the frequency you can measure a special area of about, in our case, from 7 to 9 micrometers or 300 wave numbers. Here you see the reason why we are interested in the quantum cascade laser. Here on the right side you see the intensity, or the spectral intensity of the 3 different sources. First you see down below the glober. Second is the synchrotron. As you can see, the synchrotron is 3 orders of magnitude better, but the quantum cascade laser is 1 billion times or 9 orders of magnitude better than the glober. It's quite nice, and 100,000 times better than the synchrotron, also quite nice. On the left side you see the spectral image of our glober, and in red the picture of the QCL. As you can see, the QCL is quite narrow. It's going, like I said before, from 7 to 8 nanometers. And the spectrum of the glober is going from, I think it's in our case from 600 to 10 or 12. It depends how you measure it, micrometer. The reason why the glober is has this huge broad spectrum is that it is a black body radiator like the sun. and our QCL isn't it. Here you see our setup. You want here to put the quantum cascade laser inside and replace two parts of the traditional setup, the light source and the FDR spectrometer. Because here the laser is light source, and with the grating we can choose our frequency. We don't need the FDR spectrometer anymore. So, and then you can couple it right here on our microscope, measure as usual. And it works. I mean, we built really already a setup, and here you see the spectra of ethanol. It's alcohol, it's in vodka or something, or whatever the people drink normally. I see the black curve is our measurement, and the red curve is literature, and it fits quite well. Down below you see water. It's the water from the air. I think it's not nice to see from the grass below, but you see also here the red curve is our measurement, and the black curve is from the literature, and you see the peaks fit quite well. Now we come to nano-antenna. I think you heard in a few talks before most of it, but I want to say also a few words of it to them. First, nano-antenna work similar to normal antenna. I mean, the basic concept is the same. You have a metal wire, and you excite it with electromagnetic waves. It works here in the radio frequency regime and also in the light regime. And you can sum up the resonance frequency with simple formula. L, the length of the antenna, is m, an integer, over and times lambda over 2. Lambda is the resonance frequency. And the reason why we and all the other groups are interested in this nanostructures is here the enhancement. Here down below you see a simulation done with by our group, and you see here the enhancement is going around factor of 40. It's quite nice. And we don't simulate antenna, we all really make them. Here you see a dimer. It consists of two nano antenna, and here you see a gap. And in this gap, the electromagnetic energy is concentrated. And down below, you see an array. I mean, part of the picture has been cut out, but this array here is a typical array. And you see here 4 antennas, and you will see here 6 if it had been cut out. But our arrays have normally the size of 100 times 100 micrometer, and you find 10,000 nano antennas on them. It depends only on the density which you want. And here you see the reason why we are the final goal of my work is to combine our laser setup with our nano antenna. As you can see seen before, the laser is extremely intense, and the nano antennas have a strong near field enhancement, and by combination with both effects we hope, or we will get third harmonic and second harmonic and other nonlinear effects out of our nanostructures. And this would be extremely nice, because I think nobody else has ever was successful in this. And this is the end of my talk, and you should take with you 2 really think first, a laser as a light source for infrared spectroscopy is possible and it really works. And the next step of our research will be the investigation of nano-antennas. We'll put them inside, excite them, and hope they don't melt and do anything strange. Or hope they do anything strange. And in the end, I want to thank my people of my group. First, my professor, and then Niels Krüger, a PhD like me, and Alexander Egel, a bachelor student, which helped to build this device and with the measurements. And if you are interested in news to our projects, here you find our webpage. And yeah, this is the end. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Question, please.
Can you say a little bit more about laser? What is material, how it's done? What does it mean, cascade? I know, but people, I'm sure that nobody knows here what does it mean.
Cascade means, okay, I don't have any slides with because I didn't expect something with this question, but cascade means normally here this gain medium is artificially made out of electron steps for electrons, and yeah, it's not easy to explain.
Cascade transition for many
Yeah, it should be easier to solve, honestly. Yeah. I mean, it's like here. It's like let's type it. I mean, here your electrons started when they fall and fall and fall, and here you have your electrons. And when here you have the steps, which the electrons falling down and then emit this infrared laser emission. And with the size of your steps, you determine your frequency. And this is how the laser is tuned. These steps have been made artificially in the substrate because we don't find normally in nature anything which can emit radiation in the infrared. Okay.
What's the do you predict for a second harmonic generation for your antenna?
The second harmonic generation for antenna, as I knew in the near, okay. I measured also in constants with femtosecond passes. We excited also nano-antenna, and when we produced the near-infrared visible light. And our efficiency was about 10⁻⁶. And I hope that we will get something also without in the, here in our case here, in the, if you use infrared light. But we will see if you measure.
No prediction?
I can't make a prediction because it was never done before.
Thank you again.